Growing plants. You might have seen a gardener sowing seeds from which small plants grow out later. Find out if all plants reproduce from seeds. If not, how do such plants reproduce? Discuss in class. All plants reproduce to leave behind more plants of their own kind. Plants reproduce by seeds, spores, or other parts like stem, roots, or leaves. Reproduction from seeds. Most flowering plants like rice, mustard, and mango grow from seeds. Flower is the reproductive organ of these plants. Flowers develop into fruit which contains seeds. Plants may produce one, a few, or many seeds. Structure of a seed. All seeds consist of three parts. They are seed coat, cotyledons, and embryo. Seed coat is the hard outer covering of the seed that protects the seed leaves. Cotyledons are the seed leaves. They produce food to the baby plant or embryo and also protect it. Some seeds like corn and onion have one cotyledon. Seeds like peanuts and kidney bean, that is rajma, have two cotyledons. Embryo is the baby plant inside the seed. When conditions are favorable, it forms a seedling. Germination. Germination is the process by which a seed grows into a seedling. It needs air, water, and warmth of the sunlight to germinate. A seed needs oxygen from the air to breathe. Water softens the seed coat. This changes the food stored in the cotyledons into a soluble form so that the embryo can use it. Sunlight is necessary for a seed to germinate. On getting the right conditions, the embryo becomes active and grows. It first grows downwards as a tiny root to form the radicle. This forms the root system. Then a tiny shoot grows upwards to form the plumule. This forms the shoot system. Take three bean seeds. With the help of threads, tie them at three different points on a plastic scale. Take a glass half filled with water. Put the scale with the seeds in it, such that seed A is totally immersed in water, seed B is partially immersed in water, and seed C is not in water at all. Leave this setup on a window sill for a few days. You will notice that only seed B germinates because it gets air, water, and warmth. Seeds A and C do not germinate, as one of the three conditions is missing. Seed dispersal. Seeds must fall at a distance from the parent plant. If all seeds fall and germinate close to each other, the seedlings will compete for space, water, light, and nutrients. The scattering of seeds to far off places is called dispersal. Seeds can be dispersed by wind, air, explosion, or animals. Some seeds are small and light. They can be carried away by wind. Seeds like sycamore have wings to carry them away. Seeds like dandelion have tufts of hair that help them to float in air. Plants that grow near water have fruit and seeds that can float on water. Most fruits have a husk covering to protect the seeds from getting wet. The seeds and fruit of lotus, water lily, and coconut are dispersed by water. Some fruits burst open when ripe, scattering the seeds. Pods of beans and peas, balsam fruits, and rubber fruit scatter their seeds by explosion. The fruits of some plants have hooks, spines, or stiff hair. They stick to the fur of animals passing by or the clothes of humans and get dispersed. For example, the fruit of Cocklebur has spines. Some fruits are eaten by animals and birds, and the seeds are passed out of the animal's body along with the feces. Thus, animals become the carriers of plant seeds. Reproduction from spores. Plants like ferns, mosses, and mushrooms have small seed like structures called spores under their surface. These spores give rise to new plants when the conditions are favorable. Reproduction from other parts. Many plants reproduce from their other parts. This type of reproduction is called vegetative propagation. From stems, rose, sugarcane, and money plant can grow from their stem cuttings. Potato and ginger are underground stems with buds on them at certain points. These buds grow into new plants. Each new plant breaks off from the parent plant and continues to grow on its own. Take a stem cutting of a money plant, put it in a glass jar containing water, leave it on a window sill where it gets sunlight. You will see roots growing from it after a few days. From roots. Roots help in reproduction. Birds appear on the roots of plants like sweet potato, wood apple, and tamarind. These root cuttings can give rise to new plants. From leaves. Leaves of begonia and bryophyllum grow buds on their edges. On coming in contact with damp soil, new plants grow from these buds. Origin of some plants. All fruits, vegetables, and other parts that we see today did not originate in India. Many of them originated in other countries. Tea has its origin in China. The Chinese began to grow tea about 1700 years ago. For its taste and medicinal value, tea was brought to India by the Britishers. Tea plant grows well where the air is warm, humidity is high, and there is plenty of rainfall. In India, it is cultivated mainly in West Bengal, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Nagaland, Uttarakhand, Manipur, Mizoram, and Meghalaya. Plant and their origin. Potato, South America. Coffee, Ethiopia. Tomato, South America. Lemon, Europe. Cucumber, China. Watermelon, South Africa. Peanut, South America. Onion, Egypt. Spices are obtained from plant parts like buds, fruit, flowers, seeds, leaves, bark, and roots. They add flavor to food. Given below are some spices and their places of origin. Spice and their origin. Cloves, Indonesia. Black pepper, India. Coriander, Morocco. Cumin seeds, Iran. Cinnamon, Sri Lanka. Some flowers also have a foreign origin. Gladiolus has its origin in South Africa, chrysanthemum in China, and dahlia in Mexico. Know these terms. Soluble, something that can dissolve in liquid. Tuft, a bunch of hair, grass, etc. growing together at the base. Feces, solid waste material that leaves the body. Spores, very small cells in some plants that develop into new plants. Humidity, the amount of water in the air. Let's recall. Plants reproduce from seeds, spores, or other body parts like leaves, stem, or roots. A seed consists of a seed coat, cotyledons, and embryo. A seed only germinates when it gets favorable conditions for growth like air, water, and warmth. Seeds can be dispersed by wind, water, animals, or by explosion. Many plants have their origin in other countries.